Grand Summoner is absolutely crazy right now. With the release of so many units, I can say these meta monsters are gonna show up sooner than later. If you want a nuker, a supporting unit, or just want to know other top units, they're all here. Whether you're planning on saving or spending, prepare your account for these 5 meta monsters you should be aware of coming global. Just a friendly reminder, these units' name and kit may change upon release. Remember this. In no particular order, let's get into the video. First off, I'm not going to cover Original Witch Celia, Platoon Leader Charlotte, Star Swordswoman Rosetta, and Orville D. Greenbridge, because I already did. Just know that these units belong on this list. Let's start off with a bang! Menas. What makes Mina special is that she can provide the team with 6 arts per second for 15 seconds. But what you have to consider is that she has 2 types of art gen. Type B, that grants you 4 arts, and Type D with 2 arts. She also refreshes her own support and heal equipment currently on cooldown, which you can only use one time. To top it off, this unit has all 5-star slots, 1 physical, defense, and support, which is a W. Her skill provides her with 30 arts, which is minimal. For her true art, she is the opposite of Ascended Emperor. For 20 seconds, she reduces enemies' physical resistance by 60%. If the enemy is not God, human, or demon, reduce enemies' physical resistance by 120% instead. And when she uses her true art, she refreshes her defense equipment that are on cooldown, 2 times max. Although opposite, she's very much like Emperor. For her super art, it has a 200,000% damage multiplier, which refreshes her physical equipments that are on cooldown. But it activates for every odd number of time her super art are used. Her true weapon reduces fire resistance by 30%. If the user is spirit, it's 60% instead. When equipped by Menas, she gets 200 arts at the start of the quest. W. And 5% attack up. This unit has a lot going on in her passive. She increases her crit rate by 100% if she's not in any status conditions. Increase her own crit damage based on how much HP she has, capping at 200%. This is really good. She further increases her own damage by 1% times her attack divided by 100, and gains 2 arts per second if her health is 9% or more. For her rotations, she wants to pop her art for art gen, true art for damage buffs, and then super art. With her high damage multiplier, crit rate and crit damage, plus damage to specific races, she's gonna be a hard hitter. Summer Riveria. This unit looks good, if you know what I'm saying, but her kit is not much of a difference. It's good too. I really like her skill, which it provides 24 arts to the team within 3 seconds. This is going to be super useful during stages with multiple waves and in general. Her art is really tailored to her. For 20 seconds, increase equipment CT recovery and attack by 50% to herself. Her true art has a good duration of 40 seconds that allows all allies to ignore 100% of enemies' defense and reduces enemies' fire resistance by 100%. This unit's gonna go crazy with Leader Platoon Charlotte and other fire units. Well, her super art is 180,000% fire physical damage that increases her own damage by 100% for each ally above 90% HP, capping at 400%. This tells me she wants to be a nuker, but with her passive, she can be used with regular content as well. When she is near death, she fully heals the team's HP, and for 20 seconds, everyone gains a damage barrier that negates 5,000 damage. This doesn't sound a lot, but trust me, this allows Summer Riveria to dish out at least one last burst of damage. She can also increase damage to water enemies by 30% and freeze resistance by 80%. For her slots, she has 2 5-star physical and 1 4-star defense. Her true weapon increases 80% fire damage and increases her arts by 3 per second and magic resistance by 5%. For her rotations, she wants to pop her arts as necessary. True art for defense ignore and fire resistance, then super art, while trying to keep the team healthy for her maximum output. Although she doesn't seem like Original Witch Celia or Leader Charlotte, she's going to be a good unit to have, with really good damage output. Summer Riveria is very surprising to me. On top of having a 5-star physical, 5-star support, and 4-star physical, she has hellfire resistance. She also has something in her kit that will make her an absolute beast. Let's start with her passive so you understand this unit a bit better. Pay attention. Her damage potential is based on multiplying her accuracy buffs by 2, which she also gets a boost of arts divided by her accuracy by 20%. Confused? Let me break it down even further. Her true art grants the team with 80% accuracy, and Summer Riveria gets an additional 80%, equaling 160% accuracy. For her passive, you multiply that by 2, equaling 320% extra damage. On top of that, divide 320% by 20, and she gains 16 arts per second. This is insane. And this lasts for 25 seconds of her true art. Am I looking at this right? Her arts heal all status conditions except faint, and increases all allies' freeze and paralysis resistance by 100%. For her super art, she increases water allies' damage by 150%, as well as increased damage resistance by 40%. Her true weapon increases her own damage by 50% and water damage by 70%, which will also be a very strong universal water equipment. It also increases her attack and accuracy by 30% with an increase of physical damage by 20%, making this a must-have for this unit. For her rotations, she wants to pop her art as needed. True art for her accuracy buff and passive, then super art, which she really wants to be with water allies. You know, a lot of these units can be blessed. I'm just saying. Anyhow, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's continue growing this channel together. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing to the channel. This channel was made for you guys. Next is Phantom Saintess Platina, a light god unit. I gotta say, this unit will most likely be the best breaker in the game. She gets 40 arts from her skill, and if used during break, she gains 200 arts instantly. Saintess Platina's art increases the team's attack by 100% and physical equipment CT speed by 30%. Her true art, for 30 seconds, reduces enemies' break resistance and physical resistance by 40%, which is stackable. This true art is going to keep an active 80% break and physical resistance for the team. For her super arts, Platina increases the team's crit by 100% and 200% damage during enemies' break. Yeah, the team gets 200%. Platina's true weapon isn't anything special. You decrease the enemy's light resistance by 30%, gains 40% attack up and 1 arts per second. I'm sure people will be using a different breaking equipment for this unit. Her main gimmick is to break the boss with true art. Art for attack boost, then super art for crit and break damage increase. Or you could spam her true art 2 to 3 times, then super art, while trying to art somewhere along the line. Did I mention this unit has a 5-star support slot? I'm starting to feel like my wallet's gonna hurt. Before we get to the last unit, let's check out 2 honorable mentions. Dragon Dude Aaron. He does have a decent kit, but what's gonna make him meta is his passive, which he heals all allies' HP by 25% every 10 seconds and provides the ally with the lowest art gauge with 50 arts. This alone is gonna make this dude meta. Hero Saitama. What do you guys think about this unit? Is he gonna be meta? Let me know in the comments. Finally, our last unit, Young Emperor. Even this version hella looks like me when I was a kid. Anyhow, this unit is special, no doubt, and possibly my blessed unit. Let's check out his passive first. At the start of the battle, meaning waves, he increases all allies' art by 30, which I really like. When his HP is 80% or more, his crit rate is 100%. W, and increases his own magic resistance by 10%. For his skill, it has a 12-second CT, which he increases his art by 30. And for the first 90 seconds of the quest, he increases his own arts by an additional 70, equaling 100 arts. It's not even every wave that he gets 100 arts. It's every skill used. He gets 100 arts for the first 90 seconds. Most of the content won't last this long, making this little guy's skill perfect for a blessed unit. Okay, I gotta calm myself down. For his arts, he boosts the team's stats by 30% and reduces enemies' evasion rate by 30%. The evasion is just a bonus, but that heal is perfect. His true art, for 50 seconds, reduces enemies' damage resistance by 50% and increases his super crit by 50%. I really don't like this part since we know how Demon Lord Vox went, but Young Emperor is different. That damage resistance helps with the super crit a lot, so he's going to be a much better unit. Although I would prefer it to be on his super art. I guess Grand Summoners didn't want to make him overpowered, right? Now his super art really caught my eye, which is a magic based attack different compared to his other two. First, he increases all allies' art by 50, and for 45 seconds, he increases light allies' damage by 150% stackable. If it's within 90 seconds of the quest, he gets an additional 50%, which he can easily hit 400% with 2 super arts. Bro, I'm not done yet. For his true weapon, he reduces enemies' light resistance with 30%, but the real value is in its passive, allowing Young Emperor to increase his physical damage by 70%, 1 arts per second, and at the start of the battle, increases his own arts by 20 and refreshes the equipment CT. So for every wave, he can pop this equipment again. So at the start of each wave, for the first 90 seconds, he gets 150 arts right away. 100 from his skill, 20 from his true weapon, and 30 from his passive. I'm telling you, he might just be my blessed unit. If you're new to the channel, I'm Master Rich. I provide you guys with GS content, providing tips, strategies, entertainment, and my take on Grand Summoners. This channel is really dedicated to you all. If you're here, be a part of the community. I do have a Discord, or comment on my videos. I value all your thoughts and opinions, so I read and write to all of them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have the top 5 strongest unreleased units, just in case you missed it. It'll be popping up on the screen soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Stay grinding. Aim for the W, and you know what they call me.